people define curls and dance more. Dancing curls. So now we're going to take Sandra to get washed, which is a very important step when trying to get the best curl pattern into what shampoo you use in your hair. One of the most important things for women with curlier textures is what they wash their hair with. It's the single most cause of frizziness and dryness. So two of the things that we're trying to combat, and women want definition, and so what happens is that they end up drying their hair out to then condition it, and that really just doesn't do anything except continue to cause frizz. So now we have a new there's a new type of shampoo, Daily Cleansing Cream Non-Suds Shampoo, or these cream non-sudsing shampoos. It's like skincare for the hair. And the way you use them is you want to use enough in the hair to get it juicy. It doesn't suds up. And it really does clean the scalp and the hair in a really nice way, so you're not stripping your hair to condition it. You're basically using a gentle cleanser on the hair so then your conditioner works more effectively. And for curlier textures that are very tangly, it also allows you to detangle while you shampoo. Now, what shampoo out there allows you to do that? So we're back from shampooing and conditioning, and this is actually the most important step when dealing with curly textures, is that they're usually prettiest when they're wet. And so that's just an indicator as to when you're going to apply your styling product. And what's great is that you're going to use a styling product that is lightweight, and I like lighter products because you can add more of them. I like to think of products as tools, and so basically you're going to use your product to accentuate whatever style you have. And with curlier hair, Sandra has a finer, wavier texture that can get really curly, so we're going to enhance as much of her curl pattern as possible. And what I'm going to use on her is Hair Was Wavy Mousse, and it's a lightweight, watery foam, not like traditional mousses that are really dense. So it really adheres to her curl pattern nicely. And also, when you apply a styling product on curly hair, you want to apply it on wet hair because you don't want the product to sit on top of the hair. So it's really important that the product goes into wet hair so it fuses together with the hair, because women they like to feel their healthy hair. They don't want to feel product in the hair. So this is a way to avoid feeling any kind of stickiness from your product, is putting it on wet hair that's saturated with water. And of course, you're going to capture the prettiest part of her curl, which is when it's wet. Don't be afraid to use too much wavy mousse. Like if this were a dense mousse, it would probably just kind of smash against the curls. So it really adheres to any kind of curl or wave pattern that you have. I know it gets really complicated sometimes as to where you should part your hair. Should I do it this side? Find whatever your natural part is and work it from there, rather than overthink it and do too much to the hair. Once you also, as you're applying your styling product, you're really styling your hair. So you're using the product to find direction in your hair, to find whatever curl pattern is naturally there or wave pattern. As you can see, she's got big, thick, ropey curls that as they dry are really going to fill out. They're not going to be those kind of wimpy, piecey, curly pieces that dry really hard. It's going to be a soft wave, soft curl, okay? And I generally like to air dry or use a diffuser or a portable hood dryer. And right now we're going to diffuse Sandra's hair. So basically we're laying Sandra back in a chair to let her hair hang off of the end so it's free to flow how it wants to. And if your chairs don't recline, you can simply scoot your bottom down in a chair and put your head off of your chair, or you can lay off of the side of your bed. But basically one of the most important parts of drying curly hair is that you don't disturb the curl pattern. So whatever you do, it has to be gentle and being very careful as to not disturb your set, because all you're doing when you're setting your natural curl pattern or wave pattern is you're really wet setting. And it's where everybody knows what a wet set is. It's a roller, it's something your grandmother did. And it's essentially the same concept when you're setting your natural curl pattern as you're applying your product when it's wet to your natural curl pattern that you're wet setting. You don't want to disturb it until it's completely dry. And that will eliminate any type of frizz. And these are great diffusers because they don't disturb and they actually, the teeth really help to give volume at the root. But as you can see, her wave or curl pattern is there, so you don't have to do much. Another reason why the product that you use is so important is because it's essential to use something that helps the hair to dry quicker. So using conditioners are a quick fix, but a styling product that's meant for your texture is going to actually help the drying time go by quicker. And as you can see, there's really not much to do. So the more you manipulate the hair while it's drying, the more you're going to create frizz. So as you can see, we're not really disturbing the curl pattern. Just kind of letting the diffuser sit at the curls and dry them, not blowing it around. And as you can see, that the hair is starting to fill out and get fuller and fuller. And when you're going for more volume in your curls, it's better to get it while the hair is flipped over, so you get your volume from this area in the back. You don't want to get or disturb the curl pattern on the surface. So it's best to get as much fullness back here. And refrain from touching the hair around the front. And as you can see, as it's pretty much drying, is when you can really start to fluff up the curl that you've set without the fear of your hair getting frizzy. So you don't really have to worry about what happens to your hair after you style it and how frizzy it gets. You want to really prevent any kind of frizz while styling. So then afterwards, the least of your concern is my frizzy hair. So you can see that the hair really starts to drop up and get a lot of volume without any frizz. It's got great direction to it there. If you want to add more direction around the front, this is a great tool to have. It's a great way to lift the hair as well as accentuate any kind of wave pattern that exists. And just put your dryer on low. Now as you can see, the hair is entirely dry, and I can now manipulate the hair and finger it through without having to worry about it drying or frizzing out, and which is why it's such important, the steps that you take before you dry the hair. And I can really fluff it up without the fear of getting any kind of frizz. And one of the things great tip to do is to putting any kind of finishing cream. Of course, I'm going to use Hair Rule's finishing cream, and I'm going to put it in the hair while Sandra's hair is flipped over, and I'm just basically going to apply it in a way that doesn't go against the curl pattern, and just kind of stroking it onto the hair shaft so that she gets a lot of shine and definition. While in the back, I continue to give her a bunch of fullness. But this will take any additional frizz away from the hair. Okay, come up. So that's it. Here's our refined curl pattern without frizz.